guys, Work here, welcome back to the bench. So I went out today and did some first shots with our unicorn blood gun oil here. At least that's what I've decided to start calling it. So I figured I'd bring you along with me as I tore down my PO1, just to give it a light cleaning, and we can see what kind of dirt we're dealing with and where it ended up accumulating. First things first, drop the mag, empty the chamber, make sure there's nothing in there, and get going. Let's go ahead and pull our pin out. Now you might notice too, I've got this nice Lyman mat here. I picked this thing up on Amazon, I'll link you down below. So far I'm really liking it. Gives me a nice clean workspace to deal with, so I don't have to worry about the stuff rolling all over the workbench, losing anything, or getting anything overly dirty. The first thing I want to point out is that I was using steel case ammo today, so I was getting a lot more blowback than normal. But for going through about 75 rounds in about a half an hour, this thing doesn't look too bad. You can see the rails are just a little bit dirty. It's not too bad. That center section has barely got a mark on it. Overall, I don't think that lube did too bad. It stayed in all the places that I needed it to stay. You can see the slide's getting a little bit oily now, but that's just because I've got oil all over my hands and I'm holding it and rolling it around. But really, before we broke this down, there wasn't any over lubrication anywhere. Let's get into our frame now. Getting a little bit of buildup right around the barrel lock here. Getting quite a bit down here right below where the barrel lock is. But the rails here look pretty nice as well. And I can actually see just a small pooling bead of oil back in that back corner of the rail on each side, which is right where we want that oil to stay. I'm going to grab a little bit of solvent just to clean out some of the internals here. But really, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I'm not getting a pooling of any oil or debris in any locations that have high amounts of friction in them. So it looks like the oil is doing its job of pulling the debris away from those high friction areas. And looking at the barrel, I'm not really seeing anything on there that would be causing any major problems either. So you can see here, I've got the barrel back in the frame with the pin in there holding it in. So the place that I was getting that buildup was right down here, right at the bottom of the barrel. But those locations there are right where the breech, as soon as it unlocks, is going to be blowing some of that excess gas, especially on steel casings like I was using today. So I would expect those to get a little bit dirtier than other places in the gun. So far I'm pretty pleased with this stuff. It's still got a long trial ahead of it, but I want to keep testing it out. I made about 3/4 of a gallon of this stuff for like around $5. It would probably cost you about $13 new, but what is that, like 4 or 5 of those little droppers about this size that they give you at the gun shops? So if this stuff works as well as I think it's going to work, it really is a great deal. It's working great so far. I didn't have a single malfunction, and that was this gun's first time using steel case ammo. So I'm going to keep it up. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated as we continue to use this stuff. I've got a buddy who's running it as well. Hopefully we'll get out later this month to really put these things through their trials. In the meantime, I'm going to lube this guy back up and get it back as my carry rotation. I just replaced the sights with these TrueGlow TFX Pros, and that was the reason that I got it out shooting today. And man, these things are awesome. Look for an upcoming review on these guys, probably right after I get this thing out to really beat it up. I'm really looking forward to it. The CZ lines, the PO1s, and the SPO1s are notorious for their accuracy and reliability. The PO1 especially has one of the highest shot-to-failure numbers of any production handgun. So keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. Remember, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, like and subscribe down below. Check me out on Instagram at workthebench. And until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.